Good morning. So today we're going to be talking about spreadsheets. And what I like to do whenever I create something in Google is I like to start from Drive. I don't know why. That's just my preference. So go to Drive right now, get to this page, and when you do, click on New, okay? Then go down to Google Sheets and click on that. And this is how you create a Google Sheets spreadsheet from Google Drive, okay? This is called spreadsheet software, okay? This is very useful when you're dealing with numbers, so a lot of accountants use it. A lot of people who are just keeping track of data use spreadsheet software. The first thing I want you to do, as with any document, whenever you guys create a document, you need to make sure it has a title. Untitled spreadsheet or untitled document, that just doesn't help you organize things, okay? So I would name this computer elective spreadsheet activity, but I mean, you guys can name it whatever you will remember, okay? It's all about your what you need to name it to remember and organize for yourself, okay? So what spreadsheet software is it's just a series of columns which go across the top. These are columns. Well, I'm sorry, it goes down, but they're listed across the top. So these are the names of the columns, A, B, C, D, E, and so on. And there's also a series of rows that go left to right, but they're listed on the left side. So we have row 1, row 2, row 3. And notice how when I click on it, it highlights the entire row. And same thing for columns. When I click on H, it highlights the entire column. Okay, so I want to show you. Copy and paste is very useful in spreadsheet software. But what I want to show you right now is autofill. And we're going to copy and paste, but we're going to autofill first. So see how I put 4 in here? Let's say you have a bunch of data, and it's just the whole column needs to be the number 4. If you look at this tiny blue square in the bottom right corner, if you put your mouse on it and click on that and drag all the way down, let's say you want to go to all the way to 100. You just drag it until you get to row 100 and release. And look at that, it auto-filled. That's called autofill, okay? But let's say, oh, why did I put it in column C? I meant to put it in column A, okay? We can copy and paste. So remember, to highlight the entire row, you just click on this row name. So this is row C. And I'm gonna, on my keyboard, I'm gonna press Control X, okay? The 2 buttons on my keyboard. You hold down Control, and then you press X, and that is cut, okay? That's a shortcut for cut. Then the shortcut for paste on your keyboard is holding down Control and pressing V. So I press that, and look, I just copied and pasted because I accidentally put that data in column C. So I wanted it to move to column A, okay? So you can do the same thing in rows. So let's say you are listing off here. I'm going to delete column A. So to delete it, I think I can just press highlight the column and press backspace on my keyboard. Yeah, that worked. So let's say I'm doing rows, and I want to put the days of the week. Okay, and so on. All I have to do is Control X, because I didn't want to put that in row 3, and then Control V, paste it here. And now it's up top, okay? Do this, type this in for me, okay? And then finish it off, type in Thursday, Friday, yeah, let's do Saturday and Sunday over here. Or you know what? No. We're going to copy and paste, okay? So here, we want Sunday to be, because technically in our society, Sunday is the first day. So let's copy and paste this over one column. I think if I press I think if I paste it in B, it'll shift it over. Yep. Okay. So here's another thing. I'm pretty sure if we right click here, we could have just said insert one left and it would have moved over. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I could have done that too. Okay, that's just something to keep in mind. But let's move it back to column B, and the way we can do that is because that's the only thing I just did. All I have to do is click this, undo. Or on your keyboard, you can hold down Control Z. And see how it goes back? Okay, so let's put Sunday in here, Sunday. Okay, and now what I'm going to have you do is I'm actually going to have you insert one left from column A. So I right-clicked on column A and I inserted one left, because if Sunday was in column A, now what we're about to do is we're about to, it would make it look very awkward. So if Sunday was above this, it wouldn't work out because we couldn't put data below that unless it was the numbers that we're about to record. So put in class A, class B, class C, and what we're going to do is we're going to put in random numbers that represent what everyone's favorite day of the week is. So I think a decent amount of people like Sunday. So we'll put 7, 6, 5. Very few people like Monday. So let's put 1, 0, 0. Same thing with Tuesday. Not a lot of people like it, so I'm putting 0, 2, 0. Wednesday, I'm not sure why. That'd be pretty random, but I think maybe some people's favorite day is Wednesday. And then Thursday comes, and you get a few more people liking it. And then Friday. Obviously, most people, their favorite day of the week is Friday or Saturday. Okay, sounds good. So now what we have is a data set, okay? And again, one more time, we're going to right-click on row 1. And we're going to insert one above, okay? Because we're going to put a title in here, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a title to our spreadsheet, to the data. So click in cell A1. So each cell, I didn't explain that yet. Each cell has a name. This one is A1. This one is G1. It's based on the column name and the row name. So take a second. What is the name of this cell? D11. Okay. So we're going to click in cell A1 and we're going to name this favorite days. Okay. Now click outside of that cell and then click back into it, and now go to format. Wait, why isn't it letting me merge cells? Hold on one second. Okay, I forgot. You have to actually highlight the cells you want merged. So I'm going to click and drag, okay? I'm going to click and drag all the way to cell H1. From A1 to H1, these should all be highlighted. Then click format. Merge cells, merge horizontally, okay? And now if you look, there are no borders in between the columns, just for row 1, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to find this. So we have the cells highlighted. We already merged the cells, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to center it. So this is something you use when you're typing up papers too. So remember this. It's alignment. Okay, so look how it's centered now. But now we want it to stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it bold. And then I'm going to increase the size to, let's say 18. Yeah, that looks good. And now we want the column and row headers to be bolded too. We want them to stand out a little more. So I'm going to click and drag to highlight the days of the week. I'm going to make those bold, and then I'm going to make class A, B, and C bold. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to introduce you to functions. And I want you to click in cell B6, okay? So functions are what make spreadsheet software very useful and valuable to anyone who works with numbers. Okay, so start out by typing in the equal sign and then type in sum, just like that. Okay, and now press enter on your keyboard and it gives you that parenthesis. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click and drag cells B3 to B5. And now let's see if we can just hit enter. Okay, yeah. So look, it added the sum of these three numbers automatically. So 7 plus 6 plus 5 is 18. And we want to do that for every single column. But instead of typing it in every single time, we don't have to do that. We can just click into cell B6, press or copy this by pressing Control C on your keyboard, and then highlighting these cells by I like to use my keyboard for that, but you can click and drag and then paste by pressing Control V on your keyboard. And look, it automatically added all these numbers. So let's in cell A6 put totals. And we don't need to do anything, like we don't need to make that bold. So 18 people like Sunday, 1 likes Monday, 2 Tuesday, 7 Wednesday, 15 Thursday, 37 Friday, and 40 Saturday. So what can we do now that we have all this data? Well, we can turn this stuff into tables or graphs. So let's see. I think we're going to highlight cells A2 to cell H5. Okay, click and drag, highlight that, and just click this right here, insert chart. And now what we have is we have a graph, okay? And usually it'll select the best graph according to your data. I don't really like this. So if you don't like the chart type, and you might get something different. If you don't like the chart type, you can switch it. I like this right here. So here it shows you side by side how each class compares to one another. Okay, look at that. So class A is blue, class B is red, and class C is yellow. And yeah, you can just show this data. If you're giving a presentation to somebody on data, you can use these graphs so that people can make sense of the data easily. Let's make this smaller so it fits well on our spreadsheet. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. Be sure to turn this in on Google Classroom.